Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I would like to read on Nancy Pelosi's delay and what is that about and how's it likely to go. So, Nancy Pelosi, I do have to laugh. I have to laugh because there she is saying, do you think you're in charge? Guess what? We can decide when to send the articles over. So, I do have to revel for just a little while in her assertion of the authority of the House. Because as much as the president wants to believe there's only one branch of government, and the senators rightly support him, he thinks, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, of course, that Mitch McConnell would say, I should ask about if there are any kind of consequences to him, to say he has no intention of being impartial. Well, Nancy Pelosi is saying, yeah, I guess we do have some control here, though, don't we? So, what is the purpose of this? Is she going to send him over anytime soon? Will it be successful in getting some witnesses called? Getting the Senate to do at least a more respectable job of looking like they actually want to do a trial. Okay, so in the heart of the matter, we have, we have the 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. So the 10 of Cups is a lot of times has been the family card, right? Like we keep it in the family. Like Paul Ryan said, the Republicans supporting each other. Well, they're a little on their head about this one now, aren't they? They don't know quite what to do there. Excuse me. So that's interesting. All right. The challenge card is the 5 of Cups. So the challenge is looking back, okay, it's regret, it's disappointment. Yeah. I think this is Nancy Pelosi's way of not giving in to this disappointing reality that the Senate says, okay, we're not going to do a real trial. The reality that this president may get away with this time in a way, because it's not likely that he'd be removed from office. It's not likely that the Republicans would vote against him, would vote for removal. So I think the challenge is not to get bogged down in that, not to get bogged down in looking at the past. The 5 of Cups it is about looking at the past and regrets and losses. And you know what? I think the challenge is to take this energy and to realize, okay, but that's the past. So in some ways, even if the Senate doesn't give it a fair shake and he's not removed from office, it's still the past. You know what I mean? That's still, we're moving into a new political era here. Okay. Below it all is the Lover's card, who people are in bed with. That's the problem. They have these alliances. They have these I'll wash your back, you wash mine kinds of things, and that's a really big problem. The past is all of those investigations stopped midway. That's the obstruction of justice. That's the Knight of Wands. And you guys must get sick of me picking the same cards, because I keep on picking the same cards and I am shuffling, and it's just Spirit is saying essentially the same thing, which is yes, that's been a problem. That's been an issue. We have all kinds of investigations, including this one, that should be yielding even criminal charges, but there's nothing brought against a sitting president, and a lot of efforts to delay investigations have been successful. However, that's the past. This 5 of Cups is about. That's the past. So I wonder if it's true that this impeachment hearing this trial may be more eventful than we would be led to believe. We have 8 of Wands above. That's the overarching energy. A lot of things are moving forward at once. The Dems have more planned than this. This is not just it. Delay is not simply it. There is strategy. Okay. In the immediate future, we have the 8 of Coins. Learning, hard work, productivity. For whom? Now that's an interesting one. Let me grab my other deck here. 8 of Coins. We're learning as we go. Things have changed so very much politically. I did a video a couple days ago about the flagrant lies that will pass with some people as truth. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're so easily demonstrably false, but they will. So much has changed so quickly that we're learning. The Tower clarifies the 8. I think that that's saying these are Tower moments that, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat today. Don't know why. But these are, sorry. That's better, I think. There we go. These are Tower moments anyway that are seeking to clarify their problems, the troubles. They're good. They're good. We're learning. We're growing. We're an apprentice. Our lawmakers, even the ones that have been around for decades, are now made apprentices. There is so much to learn, and so I feel like that's a positive. I feel like these two cards together, frankly, I get a positive energy from them. Like, there's also towers to the Republicans. You know, just when they're sure that they're standing on rock solid ground, something like this happens. Nancy Pelosi delays. And they realize, oh, you know, are we? So there is something going on behind the scenes that's quite dynamic on both sides. All right. At the root of the matter, we have the King of Wands. Okay. So Adam Schiff and or Jerry Nadler, anyway, that Democratic leadership that's male is a key part of this. They are strategizing. They are strategizing. I do feel like, you know, we wanted the Dems to strategize more. They are. We have the 6 of Cups for the immediate environment. So the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about looking back. But not in a bad way. More like in a way so they can learn. Okay. I see learning. That's the word I keep hearing. Outcome. Queen of Swords. Informants. Those testifying, those giving information. That's always been in this reading. And crossed by the Knight of Coins. There is still more information coming out. I know there is. I feel like there's, in fact, now a network. Yeah, a network of informants that give information to journalists and they find a way to get the information to the public, to Democrats, maybe. But there is something, you know, they're daily working on it. That can be journalists too. Information is yet to come out, what I'm getting from that outcome. Information is still going to be coming out quite a lot. And we asked in connection with the Senate trial. So, Spirit, does that mean that we will have witnesses put up on the stand that can actually give information? The Tower. Okay, guys, I have to say, this timing has a meaning. And I think that they are trying to get some information out. They're trying to flesh it out. They're trying to follow up on it. They're trying to plan the timing of the Senate trial for when other things may be coming out as well. So it makes it all but impossible for Mitch McConnell to be like, oh, nothing to see here. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to move on. You know what I mean? It makes it even more ludicrous. So, okay. So I feel like I want to ask, is Mick Mulvaney going to be up there? Is John Bolton going to be up there? And I feel like Spirit is saying that's old news. That's old news by then. What? Okay. What does that mean? Gradually, more will come out. Gradually, Temperance Angel. Okay. I'm flummoxed. Do you know why? Because there is more that will be coming out that will drastically change the lay of the land within a few months. I don't know that she's going to hang on to those articles of impeachment for long. About how long, Spirit, do you think she'll hang on to them? Yeah, it's a little bit puzzling. It's a little murky even for her with the Seven of Cups. The King of Cups. Again, could it have to do with Russia? The Ten of Swords. Yeah, I'm just thinking she's not sure herself how long she's going to hang on to it. In the fullness of time with the Ten of Swords. I feel like in the fullness of time. I think it's more important to her that information be gotten out into the public because she does not expect that Trump will be removed from office. She does expect the Senate trial will be a sham. But this keeps things in the public eye. It's just more important that happen. The Emperor. Also that there's time for things to move ahead legally. And maybe this is with Trump's financial records, keeping an eye on that and when that will come out. Yeah, there are a number of factors. I don't feel like she knows exactly when. I don't feel like she knows exactly when. But I feel like there are negotiations going on. That is true for the witnesses. She doesn't hold out a lot of hope that they will be called. But at least this keeps it in the public eye, and at least it takes the power from the Republicans for a while to set the tone and set the timing. Yeah, I think so. Anything else about that, Spirit? For investigations. Investigations again. Investigations. King of Swords. For investigations to continue. I do think they are thinking of coordinating, bringing the articles of impeachment over with something else coming out. With that Queen of Swords. And it may come out in the media. With the King of Swords, the investigations. They're coordinating. There is a plan. There's a plan. It's not entirely firm. It is strategy. They kind of just don't want to let the Republicans have their way with this. Interesting. Okay. So will those witnesses ever be called, Bolton and Mulvaney? Well, it sure would be difficult. 10 of Wands. The Death card. I don't know. I don't know that they will. I don't know that they will get a chance to testify in the Senate. So, yeah, it would be very burdensome. But then again, with that 10 of Wands, that means there are also a lot of things going forward at once. I mean, there are a lot of goals. It's not just the one, and that's the 8 of Wands too. There are a lot of goals here by the Democrats. Okay. It's murky. We have some secrets here too with the moon. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason for the delay. There's a few different reasons. We may never find out about one of them, I'm hearing. Interesting. So, Spirit, what does that Senate trial look like? I've asked this before, and I got kind of delayed. And no wonder. I see why now. We are getting delayed. Let's see. Well, I'm getting these off of this sucker. Okay. So I got delay. But what about... We got the Tower twice in this reading, though, you guys. There are towers coming out. There is information that will be coming out that will change the direction of things. And that's why I'm feeling this fuzziness. Things are going to be coming out that will be changing things as we move along through the next few months. So that's interesting. And it will be some devastating things about Trump, but I just don't feel it being it taking him out. So, because there's still truths yet to be revealed with this Ace of Swords. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to ask what that Senate trial is going to look like. And I get there's still some things unsettled. So, I mean, what it looks like now, what it's going to look like in a few months are two different things. So let's do now. We have the High Priestess, a lot of deep mysteries there. We have the Three of Wands, with watching and waiting, and the Page of Cups. Well, I think it's a little bit of good news right now. You know, the fact that Nancy Pelosi is taking control is very important. That is good. That's important. That helps the energies. But it's very mysterious. Future. Yeah, it might be a while, you guys. We have the Temperance Angel. We have the Fool, a new beginning. It gets a new beginning. Yeah, I feel like something comes out that changes the landscape, changes the question. Like right now, Mitch McConnell's so satisfied that, oh, well, it's a partisan process. I don't intend to be impartial. They're even talking about calling no witnesses and whatever, dispensing of it. But something comes out that changes the landscape of that. And Three of Coins has everybody consulting with their attorneys too, for sure. Okay. So it's really interesting. Well, he did say he was going to work with White House legal counsel pretty closely. Yeah, this will go on. This will go on. We'll see negotiations back and forth. I feel like the delay is a good thing. I do. Yeah, I just got that feeling right away. Like, yep, that's right. But then we have the Ten of Swords. Devastation. Completion. Sometimes that's swords thrown. There will be a lot of swords thrown. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll delay as long as they can. And then, you know, when there's no more benefit to be had from doing that, then they have to move forward. That kind of thing. That could very well be. But anyway, I think it's kind of interesting to see her retain control. And I do think that new energy is rising there. So that's good. That's good. All right. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see if Mitch McConnell gets any kind of consequences for this, for being so partisan with this. We have the King of Coins, but we do have the Judgment card. Oh, judgment falls on him. And we have the Temperance Angel. Eventually he does. Okay. But right now he's got some stability. He's got some big money donors behind him right now. So he's got some stabilities right now, but eventually with that Temperance Angel, yeah, judgment is certainly falling on him. I feel like this. I feel like if judgment isn't falling on him now, and it is, but boy, with the things that will be coming out, oh my gosh, then it's like retroactive judgment on him. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, and look at this guy. He was like, poo-poo, there's nothing to do here, you know, because really there is another thing that's going to come out that Trump did that is going to be even worse than the previous two big scandals with Mueller's report and the Ukraine call. So yeah, there's going to be something else. And then really those Republican lawmakers will look quite foolish then. So that'll be interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. And I don't know. Right now I'm saying go Nancy. Okay. Bye-bye.